Off the middle of Champions Killer, missing that boost, but still managing to make the left. Here's one of the guys who's very quick here.
Finally, we are able to hold another Extreme Kayak World Championships on this legendary stretch of river. We had a couple years without any events out here, but this place just asked for it. The event venue is just perfect, the river offers amazing whitewater for a race, so I guess everybody from all over the world attending this race is just so stoked to be here.
Ötztaler is a beautiful kayak destination for every difficult, and the Wellerbrücke is a really nice spot to have a race on it, because on every water level it has different difficulties and it gets really tricky.
So great that so many people out of so many nations are coming to this first edition of our race. Perfect.
What's so cool about this year's race at OETZ Trophy is the high quality standard of races. We have more female competitors than ever, we have a huge turnout at the men's as well, we have Olympians, World Cup winners, World Champions and everything in between. The creekers are here and everybody is battling it out.
The Wellerbrücke Rapid might not be the biggest whitewater in the world, but when it comes to having a race on it, it's actually one of the most challenging. Not only is it a very stacked section of whitewater, but it's also a very technical stretch of whitewater that's very difficult to not only stay on line, but stay really fast. And when it comes to a race like this, some races you can have a couple seconds between first and second, where this race, 1 second could be the difference between first and 20th. So you not only have to be really smooth and fast, but you pretty much have to make almost zero mistakes because times are just so tight here, down to the millisecond.
So the race course where the athletes are battling out this competition is full of hard moves to style.
This race course starts off with the sea launch at the top of the rapids, nice steep ramp that skips you out. Then you get straight into it. You have a little booth, followed by what's called the Wellerbrücke. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Then you have about 10 seconds of flat water sprinting, then you're right into the thick of it. The first section is the TNT. A lot of technical moves, tricky booths. That's pretty much the part of the course that you really need to nail and definitely don't want to hit any rock, drop your bow, anything like that. You really got to keep it fast and direct. And once you're done with the TNT section, you go into the champion killers. First one, -1. You gotta really keep your bow dry and carry your speed. It's one of the bigger holes of the section. That actually only came into existence back in like 2012, and every year TNT into -1 changes a little bit, and that's definitely one you could lose the race. So you really gotta be on top of the water there. If you carry your speed through that, you come into what is really the hardest move of the race, right at the end when you're the most tired, called Champions Killer. That one is just a very weirdly angled, like 10-foot, almost vertical drop that it's very difficult to keep your bow dry. And even when you do, you might skip out at some weird angles. And even if you have a perfect line, it comes shooting out right into a bunch of boils. So that's where something weird can happen. Even if you make it over the boils perfect, you then go into a slot that has a little bit of a feature after, which is actually a little bit more of a feature than it used to be the last few years. So all of that combined, then you go straight into the finish line after that. All of that is stacked into about a minute course. And it's a lot to pack into 1 minute, and a lot that could potentially go wrong, and even half a second could be the difference between winning and 5th place. So really got to stay on point. You got to paddle hard. It's one of my favorite races.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Can't believe it. Still super exhausted and stoked from the race, and still feels unreal, but I'm super happy. Yeah, well, I knew that I could win it if I had a good run, but on this course, if you're like nervous, mistakes are always in. Well, my winning line worked out pretty well. I was a little bit too far right on TNT, but it worked out great for -1 and Champions Killer. And then I nearly lost my paddle in the slot of the Champions Killer, and it was like, no way, that's gonna cost me time. And I'm really happy that it still made up for the winning time, because I was really happy with my run.
That was definitely an interesting final, because in years past, I definitely don't have the best lines in final here. I don't know why. I usually can handle the pressure well, but I literally did that run. I got pushed a little hard left on TNT. I think subconsciously I was like, I gotta go left more than usual, a line I hadn't actually practiced. Luckily it worked out, carried my speed, had a good -1, but then I did not have a very good Champions Killer, like stopped, went into the left wall, was not a fast Champions Killer at all. But then when I came through the finish, I was like, I think that was like a 5th, 6th, 7th place run. I'm usually a little hard on myself anyways. But when I came through, I asked who won. They were like, oh, Mario was first, Michele was second, we don't know who was third. Spent like 5 minutes up in the field just hanging out, and then someone was like, no, you won. I was like, what? I had like a bad run and I'm in first. I was so confused, but yeah, more than anything, fired up to be on first. Just stoked to get to race with everyone again. I love this course, love this place. If you want to come to an event that really is like no other and one of the most amazing places in the world at Ötztaler Valley, I highly recommend coming to the event here, because not only is the race course super fun, really fun to do laps, paddle, and just spend a few days, a week, however long you come, just trying to get as dialed as possible. But on top of that, whether you win or get dead last, you will have a fantastic time here. A lot of amazing people, beautiful mountains, amazing area, great kayaking. So I highly recommend coming, whether you think you're fast or you just want a great experience. So come check it out for sure.
For helping us with the bureaucracy, which is last